Today we're going to show you how to grow your own bonsai tree. Bonsai is a word that comes from the old Japanese and Chinese and is something that was practiced over thousands of years. But today we're going to show you how to make your own. So just the finished products, and we're going inside now to show you how to do your own one. When you start to grow your own bonsai tree, here are some of the things you need. You need some thinner wires for the smaller leaves, because a bonsai tree you need to give it its own shape. The thicker wires are for the main branch to give it your own form. These are some of the tools you need to cut the wires and the branches. And you also need a netting to poke over the holes, and you also need your own pot. Also, you must get yourself your own small tree.
There's different shapes that you can use, but we're going to use the triangular shape because it's beautiful and easy.
First, we're going to start by wiring the branches. You just bend the wire around the branch and then straighten it horizontally. As you can see, we're almost finished wiring the branches, but the purpose of wiring is to give it its own unique shape, and don't forget, just after you wired it, to bend it horizontal for now. Then use a cutter to cut the wire. After you have wired all your branches and you've bent them all horizontally, you need to use your shape and cut off all the extra pieces. Also, like the little branches you didn't use and those here at the bottom. Now you put your triangular shape or whatever shape you used on, you need to cut off all the extra pieces. And then we need to turn it around to take it from a different side, and you need to put at least that much space there before you continue. You need to cut it 3 times from a different side, so it will have a triangular shape at the end. After you've done all your cutting with your shape, you need to cut off all the bottom branches.
Yeah.
You take a piece of wire and you bend it, and you put it through the netting, and then you put it in the potholes to keep the soil from coming out.
After you put your netting in your pot, it's time for the transplant. That means that you're going to take your bonsai tree and put it into your pot. First of all, before you transplant your tree, you need to use the bonsai tree soil. It is made of 50% small stones and 50% compost. After you got your mixture ready, you must put a thin base just at the bottom of your pot. You must cover the whole base. After you finished your soil, it must be about a centimeter deep. It's time to transplant your tree. Because this is a bit longer than your pot, it must be cut off by about here. So you need to open your plastic bag, and you must take this tree out and start pruning your roots. After you cut your tree, just like we did, you just use a spade, and if there's still a root or something sticking out, you can always cut it with your scissors. Now, as you can see, we're shaking it so it's right, and now it will fit in the pot. But you must not use the same soil as here. You must use this mixture again. You must pour it at the side, and you can also round the tree, and you must press down so it must be full. Now, after you finish your bonsai tree, you need to put it in a water bowl, because this soil is very oily. So the water will run off. You need to get his water from the bottom. So for that, you need to put it in a water bowl for about 5 to 10 minutes. Here's a finished product. Much different than the start one.